All right.
Call the meeting to order for the month of July. Start off the meeting with a word of prayer. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you for this opportunity we have to come and discuss town business, and we just ask for your knowledge and your wisdom in the decisions we make and continue to do things that benefit this town. Just pray that you watch over all of us and keep us safe, and watch over our families and our friends, and just keep a safe eye on the town. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. First off, meeting minutes is review those, then see if we need to make any additions and deletions.
Did I give you back that paper, Janice? One we had to sign for the minutes? Did we all sign?
For the minute?
Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
Okay, good.
Do we have a motion to accept the minutes as they are?
I'll make a motion. I second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Did you have anything, Janice, this month?
Not much, not really. I mean, Daryl's working on the new computer and Census or Main was supposed to on the 9th get everything, their part switched over and they can't revise it. I don't remember now. I think Thursday they're going to get served.
Okay.
So that's where we're at on that.
All right.
Other than that, I don't think I have.
All right. Todd, you're next.
I just want to touch base on what we spoke about last month, the ditching around town. Rex Howard come down and looked at a couple of things. He's gonna look at it, get us a number, see what it's gonna cost to get that opened up. So I'm just waiting on that right now. Then we discussed the state structure replacement in 2027. That's still ongoing issue. I got a meeting with him Thursday to see kind of what we're gonna do with everything there. And our sewer use ordinance we discussed, I think that was at last month's meeting. I got a hold of Commonwealth Engineers, and they said they could help with some, some of the language that needs to be in the ordinance. But I believe I'm gonna have to get a hold of maybe Krogersville or Campbellsburg or somebody, see if they got a sewer use ordinance. Yeah, we'll probably have to get theirs, change it, take some out, add some, to make it ours.
I can get it to you if you want to look at it, look at the
Yeah.
numbers and stuff of what needs to come in or go out.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that, and we'll get that going next month possibly. Then, like I was telling you earlier, they're gonna possibly starting the paint job on the water tower this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll know a little bit more tomorrow when he calls me back, and when they're painting that, our tower will be down, we'll be on the emergency connection out here for the time that they're painting it. So that's all I've got going on.
Well, we did talk about the fact of painting checkerboard this time.
Checkerboard, yeah. I don't know if they wanted to paint also.
How long does it take them to paint it?
They said probably just 3-4 days. Once it's painted, they'll fill it up, I'll chlorinate it. It'll be, once I get it refueled and chlorinated, I'll have to grab a sample 24 hours after. They'll test it. If it comes back, call for bacteria free in that 24 hours, then I can put it back online.
Okay. Sounds good. Appreciate it. You have any questions or anything for Tom?
I'll say this while we're doing Todd's part. I did get that annual water report uploaded to the Sound the Door website.
Okay,
If
I've seen that
anybody
one.
wants to take a look at it, he did mail it out to everybody as well.
Yeah.
If somebody happened not to get that, it is on there.
All right, moving along then, the town marshal.
I'll start off, I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to the town board for your support and kind words following the recent passing of my mother-in-law. Your commitment to supporting your employees and families allowed me time to be with my loved ones, and I'm grateful.
You're welcome. Sorry to hear of her passing.
Thank you. I was never afforded that before. Thank you. During the past month, the Medora Police Department responded to 36 calls for service and we initiated 20 traffic stops. I did not get that number in my report. The Indiana State Police crash report writing system called ARIES has now been successfully installed on our laptops for our officers to do their own crash reports now. We don't have to rely on any other agencies. Also, the Indiana State Electronic Citation and Warning System, commonly called ECWS, has been installed on all the department laptops. Additionally, the department received a donation of 3 handheld barcode scanners and 1 printer from the donated administration, and they were valued at $2,200.
Wow, that's great.
The Crothersville Police Department generously donated 2 X2 tasers to the Medora Police Department.
Thank you for the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Outreach Ministries of Seymour, OMS, donated a mobile air conditioning unit for my office until a permanent one can be installed. It's been a blessing. Lexapool 1, or Lex 1, is now operational and is being utilized for our officers' training. That's the Police One Academy we talked about. I've already gone through 4 hours of training just to make sure it worked before I introduced it to the guys. I don't know if they've started their training yet or not. I can look that up and see their progress, but it's up and running. During my recent inventory of uniforms for looking for uniforms for our new officer, I identified numerous outdated and unusable uniforms. I respectfully request the town board's permission to properly discard those items. If you go in the garage, you'll see them laying around back there.
We've talked about that before.
There is a procedure that's required by the state for me to get rid of those. I'm supposed to shred them, but there's an end around that I'm going to take care of. But I just need your permission to do so. You actually have to vote on that according to the law to give you permission to do that.
Yeah, I got to tell a little background story on that. Being athletic director for 17 years over there, we had that same situation come up with everything from cheerleader uniforms to basketball to volleyball uniforms. And I inherited this, I guess, from my dad. I was a pack rat. I had uniforms on the shelves and in boxes from 20 years ago, and finally decided at one point I needed to do some house cleaning, and I did. So I identified what you're saying. It just piles up and adds up, and so yeah, I think it's a wise thing to purge, I guess I should say, to helps keep inventory a little better. So I'm in favor of it. I guess I need a motion to carry on.
I'll make a motion. My second.
Thank you. I will.
Motion made and seconded, and all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'll start doing that my next couple of days. There's also some remaining inventory of some items that are no longer usable, like the lights, the tops of cars, the emergency lights. Those are outdated, and by the looks of them are not operational. My goal is to see if there's any agencies that, or businesses, like if I'm purchasing items, I'll take those in, I'll trade. I'd like your permission to look into that for future purchases. Can I use those as trade-in value?
I guess we need to make sure we're legally okay to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll make sure.
I just have to have your permission since it's town property. I just can't discard it. So,
Right.
And by discarding, if it's trash, I have to discard it. There's a proper way of
Legally,
disposing of those. And then if they're any value for trade-in, then we use those for trade-in. But I at least need to be able to go through and get rid of what's junk.
Yeah, 'cause we don't want to see Rhonda riding around our golf cart with the police lights.
Well, that's the reason why I have to document. Anytime I document or discard anything that's law enforcement or first responder, it has to be documented that I discarded them or that I traded them off somewhere. And that will be properly documented, and I'll provide those documents when the time comes. I just need your permission to do that, and I'll do it with caution.
I agree. I agree too.
Better vote on it.
I'll make a motion. A second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. That'll help me beautify the office a little bit more than the garage. Officer Seth Boyd has joined our department. He's not officially an officer yet till he gets sworn in. He's completed his 40-hour pre-basic that's required by the state, Indiana State Board of Education, or Indiana, whatever that's called. My brain's broke. Logan Miser and I are going to be his initial training officers, his FTO. Once we get him sworn in, the cost of training him for the 40-hour pre-basic was $50, which it's normally about $300 per officer. Crothersville helped us out and only charges $50, for which the town has been billed. I have that bill here. However, Officer Boyd has offered to cover his expense himself, but I told him to hold off until I saw the board's information to see if he would cover that for him, or
We have to get a bond on
I just haven't done that yet. Haven't sworn him in yet.
How many reserves do you have?
6.
You want-
Well, 5. Sorry, 5.
you want-
You would ask. Logan, Matt, Stillwell, Jacob Layton,
it. Josh,
Josh Britton, and will be Seth.
So you said the original fee was $150, and then it got reduced to $50, or what?
It's cost of the 40-hour pre-basic training and all the instructors involved is about $300 typically, but Crothersville only charges $50. Thanks, Officer Hughes is
Right.
really super great guy, and that's billed through the town of Crothersville. It's not the police department, so that will go to the town of Crothersville. And if you want him to pay for it, he's more than welcome. He's more than willing to do that. And I told him if he could do it, I'd pay for it. But I thought I would give you an option to, to cover that if you want.
Yeah, I'd say pay for it. I think we ought to pay for it.
Well, make the motion.
I mean, I'll second.
Make the motion made, second, all in favor, say aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
now, what are we paying Crothersville for? I'm confused here.
Training, 40-hour pre-basic training that's mandated from the state of Indiana. The Indiana Law Enforcement Board of Education, or whatever they call it. Indiana Training Board.
ILE or what?
It's Indiana Law Enforcement Academy,
Yeah.
and then the training board.
EA, is it ILEA?
And then, if you would like to see, outside in the garage, the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office generously donated 3 high-quality metal cabinets for evidence storage. They're very nice, very heavy, and heavy. Each was valued at approximately $3,000 a piece. They donated 3. I'm going to utilize 2 because that's all I had room for comfortably, and I think that's all I need. These are going to be kept in the garage. I'll be transferring the stored evidence out of my office safe. It's in the office. There's not enough room in there. To those cabinets whenever I get some time. That's a big task because I've got to now track all that stuff. The Lenore Police Department has not previously utilized the evidence module of our CAD system, which is the computer automated dispatch. There's a module in there for tracking loan inventory. This module is now in use and will be operation. It's an important legal requirement to ensure proper inventory and tracking of all evidence, commonly called.
Can you just make me?
Yes, I'll have a copy of that for you. I will have a copy of this one. It's called chain of custody. Typically, we have to document chain of custody. You're familiar with chain of custody, and we're now able to document that. And I'll be training our officers on that, on how to utilize the CAD system, as well as e-ticket and the crash report writing system as well. They're all stoked. They're excited. They don't have to write hand tickets anymore. It's going to make us look a little bit more professional to the prosecutor's office. So with the e-ticket, they donated one printer. The Supreme Court Board of Administration, or Department of Administration donated one printer. I need two more additional printers. I can get those printers for under $200 from Walmart or Amazon. They're just Bluetooth printers. You can go to the back seat and they'll print your tickets for you. You just connect it to your laptop and it prints.
I thought we said yes to that one. I
Um,
think really not.
Did we already approve those
I
printers?
think we did.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, well, it's formal, I guess. I think you already did, but I think now that I remember, I think you did.
Maybe.
I remember talking about it, but I don't remember if we approved it.
Maybe we discussed it, was waiting to see if we can donate before.
Yeah, I don't see it. It's
Yeah,
not on the
I
memo.
think we're waiting to see if they're
Discussed.
donating one or two. What's that?
I know it was discussed.
Yeah, it was
May have not
discussed.
been approved.
Yeah. Their printers, which I don't want to use their printers because their printers are approximately $500 a piece. They donated one, and I'm not going to use their printers because you don't have to use their printers. Their printers are the inkless printers, and you got to buy a box of paper, which is $300 for the box. So we're not going to utilize their printers. We're just going to use the Hewlett Packard from Walmart or Amazon, where we're going to get them relatively cheap. It's what I did at Brownstown. It's what I did at Scott County. Because trying to locate the paper when you need it was really difficult. It's roll paper. It's very hard to find. And other than that, that's all I got, other than my wife said thank you.
Aw.
Those, she is certainly welcome, and our condolences to you.
Oh, here's one. This.
So we need to-
And that's all I've got. That's just my report.
So we need
That's
two
what I
more
want,
printers
so I
for $200
I
a
don't
piece?
get-
Under $200. Just under $200.
Okay. We need to vote on that?
Yeah.
I make a motion for the printers. Two printers, under $200 instead of the e-ticket.
Motion made and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Thank you.
proceed. Okay. One thing that we kicked around for a couple months on this employee, I call it PTO benefits, or for lack of a better word, handbook. I'm pretty sure we gave you guys a copy to
You
look at. Did you find anything in there that you had problems with?
I didn't have any problems with anything necessarily. I just don't know how it works with salary, in your salary, how to track that. I know you said I
Is it
did.
earned per month work? It's earned per month?
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
30, after 30 days. I don't know that it does strictly apply to salary as much as it applies to hourly.
I think it does, because I was talking to Hope about it. I just can't remember exactly how it's earned. It
County
goes
does
off
the
of-
same thing.
Yeah, it goes
Also, the
off.
salary employees, like work at the highway department, salary employees get the same amount as the regular employees, other than salary don't get comp time.
Right.
So any overtime is for that, for us, is
Oh,
free.
that's right.
Yeah,
We
but
talked about, we didn't want to get back in the call.
Yeah.
I
And
don't-
the sick pay, vacation pay, all that is all in one lump. It's
Yeah.
not separated anyway.
I'm on board with it. I don't have the issues. I just don't know how you guys,
14
What you track?
hours of PTO for every month you work is what you earn.
right. And I may be thinking hourly, because I turn in a timesheet to Janice, because she likes it. So. and
Yeah,
I-
it's just not gonna be earned
Yeah, I,
out by the hours you work. It's gonna be earned by your month.
Yeah.
That you were employed that month.
I'll do something thinking. And I don't have a problem. My wife and I chatted over it, and it's not a
It's-
problem.
I was thinking that's what it was, and the salary just got me comfortable.
My last job I had, we did earn it hourly and we started earning it this way. It was so much easier for everybody to track it.
I'm on board with it. I do feel-
Yeah, I'm good with it.
So Matt, with us going to this, is basically this is what the county's following. We just have to vote, approve the board. We don't have any other restrictions.
Yeah, as long as, I mean, if it's to that point, it's ready, then yeah, that's it.
So we'll do,
Was there anything in there that did not apply to us that we needed to, I think this page is all good on this. After 10 years of service, an employee earns an additional 40 hours of PTO. Yeah.
I've got so many other safety practices.
Not enough time of year.
I think all this applies, don't you?
yeah. Janice, do you have a copy of it? I got one, an extra one if you don't.
I think I have a I think Leslie gave me a copy.
His copy's better than mine, though. His copy Brad has. Because mine was like a picture or something.
Well, this, I see, my daughter looks at the courthouse, this is an original copy.
Yeah, it does, it's better than my copy.
And
That,
then
his
with
copy's
that-
better than my copy.
Full-time employees.
Any discussion? We have a motion to accept it.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, say aye.
That comment.
Hi.
Aye. So, this is what we're gonna vote.
Nick's and ready.
I
Paul.
think that's a good idea. We have something to move forward to in the future.
You've accepted it, right?
Right. So, this is the park board report. Okay, one thing I wanted to discuss, and I talked to our accountant about this, but we've been having a lot of issues and we didn't really know how to deal with the dog or cat problems that we have and every town has. So in the 27 budget, we're gonna create a line item of animal control. We will not have an animal control officer per se, but we will have an animal control fund. You look at me funny, is that?
No, I'm just happy in the
Somebody didn't
plan.
know, but.
I'm just happy about it.
But anyway, I talked to him and he said it's doable, so we will put that in the 27 budget. We're gonna budget $5,000 for animal control. And, because right now, we have, how many, Todd? 10 that you're housing out of,
Inherited puppies.
yeah, from a local resident here and feeding them and taking care of them. We gotta find a way to
He's
have
the
been,
default animal control.
spayed or neutered in an adoption program and hopefully get out of the dog business.
You have to track 'em.
Got to track them down.
So to speak. So that's the method of our madness, and hopefully we can do some things that alleviate the problem with that. Because right now it's getting pretty expensive to feed them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all weaned, so they're on dog food now. So-
They are old enough to get, they have to be 12 weeks to get their rabies.
Yeah.
They're old enough to get spayed, but we should probably wait till the 12 weeks so they can do both at the same time. And I'm gonna work on the, getting some more, certificates possibly. I don't know for them.
You ever get that ready?
I don't, probably not, but I'm gonna work on it.
You want to-
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
What is your plan for these critters when you have a time frame to, where you house them before they're taken to be
Well, this was a.
euthanized or whatever we do?
We
with them?
unintentionally fell into this because the owner passed away like a week after we took these dogs on. So it's kind of a
We just kind of inherited
It's not a situation we hope to duplicate at all in the future.
It started out with a problem of the dogs not being taken care of and letting run loose, and then Todd was called down there, and then whenever he dealt with the gentleman, he didn't want to be cooperative. In fact, he kicked a couple more out the door.
They kicked out the door and acting like they wasn't his dog.
So we couldn't just let the dogs run loose or not be taken care of.
Right.
So what,
And to answer your question, no, I don't want to see them get euthanized in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to have to find a solution to either adopt them out or something in the long run after they've had their shots. And
so when we have a budget starting next year, we do have a place to house probably 2 dogs. I would not like to get into the housing them for a long, like I'm saying, like overnight at most, before then we would move on to next steps. with someone.
What are your, what are your next steps? What is your,
Well, what we've talked about is, seeing if we can find the owner. A lot of times when we find the owner and the owner just wants the dog back, it's just escaped or something, right? And we work with also the county, Maddie, the county canine officer. So most of the time, that's the case. We find the owner and the owner wants the dog back. There's been a few situations that there wasn't an owner, we couldn't find the owner, but that has been, I mean, just a handful, like not very many at all. And we've just taken those on a case-by-case basis and haven't even taken them out there to even be housed overnight. Because most of those were situations where we couldn't catch them. It took us long term, to get somebody in to help to catch them.
Probably, 6 months before?
Yeah. Yeah, so, and that one, we were able to send to a rescue.
is there any repercussions for having to house these dogs by their owners?
Yeah,
We have an ordinance, yeah.
so if we get their dog, it's, the first offense to get them back is a $50 payment plus $5 for every night they stay over. And then it goes up to 100, 150. If it goes past that, and you catch them on a 4th offense, then we're supposed to get rid of the dog, not give it back to the owner if it happens 4th time.
And while we're on that subject,
That dog chained up to that.
It was chained up, yeah.
while we're on that subject, I'm wanting to get, I'm wanting to get all the ordinances on the website at some point, but I'd like to start with the yard, trash, and animal yeah, I'd like to start with those 3, because that seems like our 3
Does
biggest.
Medora have its own ordinance, or I'm just gonna start writing animal at large tickets on e-ticket
We do have an
and finding them
ordinance.
through the state?
We do have an ordinance. With the fine amounts. Aren't the fine amounts on there?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's like 50, 100.
We'd have to, I need to locate those anyway, so I can get them on the website, but I need to locate all 3 of those.
I think
But I don't know.
tickets from the state originally.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, I think the state ticket be better off.
It has more,
Yeah.
more bite.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
did
fine.
see, when we started writing tickets for loose dogs, we saw a big difference in people paying attention to keeping their dogs.
And it's real easy with e-ticket.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that needs to happen. Because I think if not, people don't pay attention when the dog, they just let the dogs out the front of our door.
Plus, if you ran it on the local ordinance, he has to be involved.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to keep up with.
All right. Next, we got Mr. Jobin. You are up. Whatever you got to lead, and we'll counter and we'll go from there.
I'm just waiting on you guys. I'm just waiting on your guys' decision, to be honest with you. See what you guys thought of the deal. I know it's not a Bob Ross painting or anything like that,
No, I thought it was very sufficient.
but that would be what it would be set up to look like.
I appreciate all the work you've done to get it to us.
Thank you. No, we appreciate it. There's just a lot more work to go to get it
Oh,
right.
I know. And this off the top of my head, realistically, it's not gonna be a 12-month operation. The weather's not gonna.
No, you're not, no, and you're not gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars, or you
No,
might not
but I
even make
mean,
$100 a
It's probably
weekend.
gonna be a 5 month.
Yeah, you might have maybe, you know what I mean, yeah, a couple times, 3 to 4 times a year or whatever, but like the crawler course or the drag strip or something like that, people could, like, you could take your grandson up there right now today, or he could take his granddaughter up there and they can crawl on the crawler course or run their drag, you know what I mean? Just
Right.
something for somebody that wants to get into that hobby or that has just gotten into it, that can do it.
Right.
I went to Palmyra yesterday and picked up 2 more. So it's just one of them things. I had a guy from Indianapolis, on the north side of Indianapolis, drove down Friday night to buy 2, so I had to replace the 2 that he bought.
Now, what are you referring to, crawler?
It's a 4-wheel drive, but it's on a miniature scale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive. Yeah, yeah.
He's talking technical terms.
I was gonna say.
yeah.
Okay. So as far as the contract, right now, we're online or on board to can proceed with the contract. We just have to establish leasing guidelines as far as fee and that kind of thing.
Sounds like it, yeah. That's how I took it, leaving off after your June meeting.
What is the best way for it to work, since it's not a year-round situation?
Whatever we assign will just reflect the time period. Just state what the time period would be of use.
But
I mean, you might, you know, I've seen it before, Medora Christmas Parade weekend be 65 degrees.
Right.
You know, so I mean, there's not, you know, you can't say, okay, no, not November, December. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
kind of one of them. You get a 50, 60 degree day or 45 or 50 degree day, throw on a hoodie and a jacket, you know, you can,
Right.
you know, do the course or the drag car or this, you don't want, you know, you're not going to be out there racing or this, that, and other. You know what I mean?
have we written up the lease yet, or we still need to do that?
I was just waiting for all the decisions
Okay,
to be made.
I didn't think we've done it.
Well, first of all, the board's in agreement with doing it. We just got to figure out the legalities and terminology and all that stuff. But we're in favor of you using the facility and being able to do this. We're just trying to get our
Thank
head
you.
wrapped around how it's all coming together.
I appreciate it. And it's going to mean it's going to mean a lot to a lot of people in town.
What do you think, Ron? You got any questions? So I guess we've discussed this all 4 of us, but the times, I guess the best way to word when the facility is going to be used and the weather is permitting. I know we're in Indiana.
Right,
So
right.
I'm just trying to figure out Matt, how do we word that? Because it could be this year, if we're doing it, it could be that November's great. Next year, November's got 12 feet of snow. You can't do anything. So we probably don't want to do a monthly. We just, I don't know how we word it, I guess is what I'm saying.
You guys will have to make a decision on how or what circumstances it can be used under, and then I'll just put it on paper. But I mean, that's gonna be up to you guys.
Are we better off just going a yearly lease and then he uses it whatever time during the year the weather permits?
You can. You can
I
say,
think that's what we talked about initially, saying a year lease, and then we would get back together after a year.
Yeah, because it'll take me the rest of the year to get it cleaned up. You know what I mean? And then be able to open, early spring or, late winter, March, April or whatever. Because I mean, there's a lot of work down there to do to get it cleaned up and get it going and get everything built and different things like that.
One thing that we have discussed, we haven't locked in on an amount or a view, but we did discuss the fact that the lease could start as soon as he gets the agreement done, but the fee wouldn't start till January. So I give you time to
Right.
get some of the stuff together and that kind of thing. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're kind of wanting to see what you're thinking and maybe we can negotiate. I don't know.
What do you feel like would be reasonable for a monthly lease fee?
I would just do it by year. I'd rather do it just by a year. Like $100 a year. to lease the property?
The number we were kind of out was like $300 a month.
No, okay, I'm not,
But it's, so we want to discuss that with you. Because I know you don't know how much money you're
right,
going
I
to
mean,
make.
you know, I mean, I'm not gonna make a fortune off of it, no. I mean, $300, that's, you know, that's almost $5,000 a year.
Whereas somewhere between $100 a year and that amount that you would be able to do for this.
For a year? Or are you talking
It
monthly?
doesn't have to be a year, it could be monthly.
I was just gonna offer $100 a year lease on it. I mean, cause this ain't something that I'm gonna quit my job to do. This is just
Oh,
something to give
absolutely, I understand.
to kids someplace to go to be able to do, you know. Cause I'm already out almost $1,100 a year for the insurance, which, I mean, I gotta have it anyway, you know.
Take out my calculator.
Then you put all your time.
All my
and
time, yeah,
into
it's everything that,
fixing
you
it
know,
up
I'm gonna,
and cleaning
there-
it up.
it's gonna be, you know, the driver stands will have to be built, the pit area, the pit tables will have to be built, you know, different things like that, and, you know.
Question I have, will the town still mow that back there? Or will you
I
guys?
mean, I can take care of it.
Right.
It's still up to you.
Well, that's.
You know what I mean? I mean, if I'm leasing it, I mean, I'll
That's
do
one
the
thing I
maintenance on,
just
it, you know.
considered, you know, my time up there mowing it, weed eating it, the gas we put into it, if you was doing that, you know, that'd be.
$100 for the year is not what we were thinking, but we're willing to come down substantially from $300 a month. So how long do you think it's gonna take you to get up and running and make?
It'll take 4 or 5 months to get it all done.
Okay.
But, you know, because Todd will have to get whatever stuff he's got in there out, and then by the time we go in there and clear all the shrubbery and this, that, and the other out, and make it, just to get the appearance of it, you know what I mean? And then start building
So if we
everything.
would give you, like Brad said, not start it till January, right? And do it for a year, what are we, by the time we get this figured out, it's gonna be August 1st, probably, right?
Of next year?
No, of this year,
The lease agreement.
the lease agreement.
Oh, yeah, it just depends, whatever.
So we wouldn't charge you anything until January. If we didn't charge you anything until January and we charge you monthly or annually, thinking about, because I don't have any idea how much money you're going to make, right?
Yeah, I
So
don't
how
either.
much do you think you could reasonably, it would be worth it on the lease? We'll come down, but we need you to come up a little bit.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be an ass. How much does John Doherty pay to park his pickup truck and all his trailers and everything over there a month?
There's nobody paying anything to park there right now. We've discussed that we probably legally probably need to look into that because they're not paying anything to park there.
And I was just asking.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not-
difference here is you're gonna have all those people parking, you're gonna have all those people, you know what I mean, you're gonna have all those people on the property and you're gonna be running a business off of it, where you're gonna be making money.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what I'm throwing out there. You can tell me to jump off the bridge if you want. I'm just saying just do the 300 for the year. And leave it at that. You can counter, I'm just saying.
What if
Go
you,
ahead.
what if you set it up for the $300 a year or whatever, and then make that renegotiable after the year based on how busy you get and and how it looks and,
Well, I mean,
That's
we're
what
also
I-
agreeing that for a year, we're gonna.
Yeah.
yeah, renegotiate it
Yeah,
after
I
a year.
think, I think we should renegotiate everything after a year, and that way everybody will
Meet me
know.
in the middle at 150 a year for the first year, and we'll see how we do, and then we can renegotiate after that.
Instead of going 300 the first year, you meet in the middle, go 150 the first year, then renegotiate after that, and see where we're at.
What about 200 and you don't pay us till January?
135 a year.
Leave Larry here, Leave Larry here.
I can do her all day long. I like auctions, to be honest with you.
I think $200 a year is very reasonable. I think that is very reasonable. You know you're gonna make that much money, for sure. Like,
How much do you usually charge per car?
Well, I've never, this is my first rodeo.
I mean, any somewhere else like
Yeah,
that,
but-
yeah.
A lot of times when you go in, I think it's $15 a car to run the race. And then any additional car, like you can do one car at 15 or you can do multiple at 20. For, you know what I mean? So it'll be $20, let's just say 20
How
bucks a
often
person.
do you plan on having these races?
You might have them 4 or 5 times a year. I'm just trying to do it to be able to do it so I can get like the crawler course and the drag, you know what I mean? The stuff that guys like, I don't know.
here's the other thing. We have to pay to get the contract drawn, the lease drawn up. So we don't wanna have to be out of pocket for that.
How much it costs to get the lease drawn up?
I have no idea.
He's like,
I've
I don't
never
know.
done one like this, so.
I mean,
It's gonna be $500-600 probably. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So right now, we're looking at that, so.
Back here in the hole.
yeah, we're in the hole. But you pay to have the lease drawn up and call it even. You pay the lawyer to have the lease drawn up and we call it even.
For a year?
No, because he's my client.
Oh,
He can't do that.
can he pay us? You can pay us on the lease. You can pay however much it costs us. You can pay that for the lease, so then we're even. And then everything you make off of it is your money.
So that'd be like $600 for the first year.
I'm thinking, yeah. And then we'll renegotiate after a year and see how it's going, how you like it, how we like it, how much money you're making, and we'll renegotiate the contract.
I'll do the $200, what you asked a while ago for the first year, and then we'll renegotiate after that.
You guys want that up with you?
I think you can write the contract up for 600. Is that reasonable? I'm not asking you to commit, I'm just saying.
Should be, yeah.
So now I'm back to my $300 number. If you can't pay for the whole thing, we could pay for some of it for sure, but we don't want to be out a lot of money. So I'm back to my $300 for the year if you can't do the $600. You see where we're at with that?
Oh, I get it, yeah.
Now, we're gonna go in the hole on
Just that first year for the contract initially.
well, but it has to be rewrote every year.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be road every year. Yeah, and we could just put in the contract that, we have the option to review this contract every year.
Then all you have to change is your dates and numbers.
Yeah.
We could do a longer contract. Do a 2-year contract,
You may not want.
$300.
You may not want to make that long. I mean, I'm sure it's something that you're gonna wanna see how things are going.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, there, you know, you're gonna find this too when you start doing it. There's a lot of costs. There's a lot of costs that, you know, you don't really think about upfront necessarily.
Oh, I know what, I mean, I don't know the exact
And
number,
we
but I know
love
it's
the
gonna cost,
idea.
it's gonna cost me a bunch of money, cause I've gotta pay for the insurance, I gotta pay the year up front of the insurance.
We love
So
the
there's
idea.
$1,100 right there, plus I'm probably gonna be, I'm gonna say $2,000 to $3,500 just to get everything built.
Yeah.
So right now I'm up to almost $5,000 just to get it
So,
up and
right,
going,
we love the idea.
you
We
know,
love it for the community.
because I was gonna offer a 3-year contract for $300 is what I was
But the
gonna do
thing
to
is,
begin with. That would, you know what I mean? Cause it would take 6 months to, let's say it's gonna take the rest of this year through March or April to be able to get it all done and built and started. So now you're down to, you know, just a little over, you know, less than 2 years. You know, so now you got 2 years to figure out what it's gonna do.
Right.
Is it worth my time? Is it worth your guys', you know what I mean?
well, what happens is though, if we go into the hole on this in the beginning, that's not just extra money we have to take it from somewhere else.
Oh, I understand that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, our budget is our budget.
Mhm.
So we have to take it from somewhere else. So then you're weighing, what are we taking it from? And how much is that taken away from the community as well? You know? I don't know. Any other ideas? I'm willing to. Usually the biggest problem when you're trying to get something started. Jack, any thoughts? No?
I'm going through my brain. I know when I first started my business, it was the initial investment's what hurt me.
Well,
And this really ain't a business. This is more just like a hobby
I understand
and
that.
to give back. You know what I
It
mean?
becomes a business when you have to put money into it.
Well,
Get money
yeah,
back
I
out
mean,
of
you
it.
gotta put money into anything, you know,
Unfortunately,
whether it be a
yeah.
lawnmower or whatever the money's at, or whatever the case is, you know.
I mean, the whole kicker is when you're taking $600 out of the general fund to draw up a lease agreement that we're only making $100 off of, that's not good use of the public's money. That's where we're at. That's the problem we're having. Because if I'm a taxpayer and you're telling me that the town board's paying $600, have an agreement paid, drawn up for $100, that they're gonna gain from it, that doesn't set too well with me. So that's kind of where we're at. If you said something about $100 for a 3-year contract, $300 for a 3-year contract, I would go a 3-year contract if it was 600 total with 200 each year for a total of $600 for 3 years. I'd go for that.
Because that way we make our money back.
And that give you the 3 years to decide what you want to do with it. And then with the agreement, if, you know, in that 3-year period, if you decided not to continue, that would be your option too.
So you want $200 a year for a lease for
For
Right.
3 years.
3 years.
And then I don't have a problem that 4th year if we kick it back to 100. You know, we can negotiate that. We don't, but
The
the
first,
upfront cost of this is what I'm looking at.
the first 3 years at 200 would just pay the town back for having the ordinance.
That's what I'm
Or
thinking.
the-
So I'd just be pretty much, for the first 3 years, I'd just be paying to have the ordinance written.
Right.
Or the
Lease
lease.
Or
The
the,
lease.
well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
The lease.
the lease, yeah.
And hopefully, you would make that money back.
And then some.
That would be my plan if I were you. And you can think about it. I mean, if you don't want to tell us right this second, you don't have to.
that we want to order in the 3 years. Do that after the 4th year, it goes back to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, would you be willing if we do the 3-year contract at $200 a year, then on the 4th year, it goes back to $100, stays there automatically on the 4th year at least?
And after 3 years, we could renegotiate too if we wanted to, you know.
Say what you think.
We have to figure out a way to recoup that.
Right, oh, I get it, trust me, I got,
I know you got a lot of experience too. We understand that. I mean, you got a lot of involvement too. You got, that I just can't in good faith do that and come out in the hole while we're trying to, but I know it's a good thing for the town. I know it's a good thing you're doing. I'm not knocking that.
At the same time, we can't be using the budget to fund something that we're not gonna recoup.
And if you don't want to give us an answer tonight, you're more than welcome to, we can meet again or whatever.
but we'll have to wait till next month, or can it be,
We can call an executive meeting to discuss contracts.
We can call a meeting anytime.
You have to have the contract with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be 48 hours notice.
48
There's
hours.
all the rules.
And there's a cost for that.
We have to follow all the rules.
Yeah.
We can just email you. What you said.
Even if the
Tribune.
Oh, yeah, we have to post it in the newspaper.
Put it on the website.
We're not gonna have a meeting. So if other people want to come.
let me stew on it for a couple, and I'm not,
No.
you know what I
it's
mean?
fine. Yeah, and if you can come up,
Let me run some more numbers a
think of
little bit.
something out of the box that, you know what I mean, would help, then we're interested in hearing that too. If we like your
Let me
idea.
ask you this question. If the board votes on it tonight to approve going forward with the lease, if the terms are right, can we save ourselves have another meeting if he calls me up tomorrow and says okay or not okay or whatever? Or do we still have to have another meeting discussing that?
You'd have to approve it later if the terms are not agreed on tonight.
I'm just trying to save the whole time.
Yeah, let me, I'll,
During this 3 years, we don't have to pay nothing, right?
$200 a year.
Well, but I mean, if.
Or he can pay it up front, whatever he wants to do.
Oh, if he wants to pay it up front, or if he wants to just pay it every year. Just so we're getting the money back.
Right.
All righty.
All right.
let me stew on it for a couple days and talk to a couple.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Do we have any other business or thing to discuss? We didn't cover.
I don't think so.
If not, then do we have a motion?
Make a motion.
I second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Actually, I am interested in.
That's gonna be probably,
What's that?
And I know they need to be
I don't do
tied up
animal
and
control, I
stuff,
assist them.
but I can take care of that.
Ever since I heard about the animal control, sorry. Learn about it.
Yeah.
I know.
Excuse me.
And then Leslie probably be able to help out a lot. Also,
Hold on 1 second. Let me turn this off.
Todd, you'll take some LED, capital PA, or capital P, AGE.
I've listened to your last one.